Today we're reviewing the whole cluster, the whole unit for our test. We got a few different topics, so we'll go over a little bit each one pretty quick. Distributive property with combining like terms is the first one. You'll see a problem that could look like this. So I like perimeter problems. This combines a couple different things. It has distributive property, and it will have combining like terms. So the first thing we got to do is take care of our parentheses there by distributing. So when I distribute that 2, what do we get? (8x minus 6). You take whatever's outside the parentheses, multiply it by anything that's inside of the parentheses. The other thing we got to do is we got to remember it's a rectangle. Or I guess it could be a square or whatever. This one's a rectangle. That means the opposite sides are the same. So if the top is 8x minus 6, bottom's 8x minus 6. If the right side was x plus 9, that means left side also is x plus 9. So now we combine our like terms. It's variables first. So I got 8x, so that's 16. 1x, that's another 2. So that makes 18 x total. And then we got to pay attention to the signs when we combine our constants, okay? So 9 plus 9 is 18. Minus 6, minus 6. This makes a positive 6. Yep. Any questions on that one? Next thing we have is substitution problems. These are sometimes the ones where you have to check the answer also, or they just give you something with variables and you need to plug in the numbers they give you. So we got 7 times x. Well, they say x is 2, so 7 times 2. Minus 3 times y is 4. Then you just do your order of operations. So we got 14 minus 12 equals 2. Main key there, though, just make sure we're substituting correctly. And then you just follow your order of operations. Okay? Those are ones we did pretty well with, so any questions on that? Next, we got equation tables. Sometimes the equation tables are filling in the blank. Sometimes they'll be like your homework where you have to find the equation. This one's filling in the blank. So really it works just like a substitution problem. It shows us right here. That's where our y values are. It's 2x plus 5. We're trying to find right there. So we use our x value of 8. And we just plug it in. 2 times 8 is 16. 16 plus 5 makes 21. Any questions on that one? If it's asking you for the missing value for 6th grade math, they'll majority of the time give you that equation or expression. Speaking of equations, we gotta solve equations. We solve equations by doing the opposite. So what type of math is being done right there? That's multiplication, so that means we gotta divide. So we would have x equals 1/2 divided by 3/4. When we divide with a fraction, we do keep, change, flip. So keep, change to multiplication, flip, multiply, straight across top, straight across bottom. If needed, for answer choices, you might have to simplify. 2 goes in each of those. You get 2/3. If it's one where you type it in, you don't have to simplify. But multiple choice, usually you do. So any questions on that one? A lot of times the equations will be even easier than that because they'll be whole numbers. And then we just do the opposite.
You dropped the popcorn. You dropped the popcorn.
Last thing we got are graphs. Worked on those a little bit end of last week. What you want for the graphs, you want to use a point that's on the corner. Once we have a point on the corner, all we're doing is the y divided by the x. So our y value is 35, and our x value for this one is 5. So y divided by x, 35 divided by 5 is 7. So what that means is we would have, for an equation, y equals 7x. Any questions on the graphs? So we did those pretty quickly because of our assembly, but